Would it be a surprise if I told you that weight loss supplements usually don't work? Actually, they don't work. There's not a lot done in terms of clinical controlled trials in order to validate any of them. While supplements might be colloquially successful, there's actually not enough evidence. Additionally, the FDA, or as we have explored before in a few of my chats, the FDA does not enforce that much of a rigorous investigation in terms of the dosing and all that stuff. But that's not the conversation I want to have today. Today I want to basically explore, why do we use these supplements for it to achieve weight loss instead of the predictable, moving and eating more at home and eating in a caloric deficit. Good morning, friend. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jessica, and I engage in conversations about weight loss, weight-related disease education, and how to achieve weight loss in an affordable way that honors our way of living. So I am going to the gym, so I'm kind of getting ready for that. But I just wanted to have a quick discussion about why do we choose to buy or invest really in supplements that are for weight loss. If you really put a critical eye on it, we actually purchase these things when really sticking to a caloric deficit and just measuring your food is really cheaper, because right you can use whatever's being served and nothing really has to change except maybe your portions and the fact that you need to get up a little bit more and move. Why do we need these radical movements or these changes? I think, and this is not anything that is I haven't really engaged into a deep dive into what I think others why they engage in this behavior. I just want to tell you my experience, and my experience is that the reason why we engage in these things has to do with the fact that we actually do want to see some change, or we actually want to exercise some change in order for us to feel like we're changing things. That's number one. Two, I think from the compassionate side, I think what we want to do is we actually want to see results, and we don't feel that we will see results if we actually just do little movements here and there. The interesting part about changing is that it is a series of little moves that then grow into a complete change in lifestyle. But I don't know that we're interested in that, or that we are that we can sort of compute that. The thing that it's not like I take issue with the supplementation of weight loss from your herbs, which I have explored with you, to the things that are being sold, and they will all the advertisements will be ramping up as we get into January. Is that I don't know that there is honesty there, or I don't know that there is transparency. That's it. Transparency is what I think is warranted when it comes to helping other people lose weight. Meaning that I think that, because I know that it's very sexy and very, very, very appealing to have these quick fixes, and unfortunately, of course, obviously, just as how you gain weight, you need to lose the same way. I don't think that sells, obviously. Otherwise, other things like slow weight loss, and actually even Weight Watchers or Noom, it would be a little bit more successful in terms of how they write the dropout date. And so inherently we all know that, we know that that if we lose weight fast, the tendency for us to gain the weight back within the 5 years is very high. That that we need to adjust our eating habits as we lose weight, because it's not what took you there will not take you to the next level. It's always a constant adjustment, a constant working, being active, constant review. But that's how we need to live. I don't know that there's any changes in that. It just needs to look a little more of you and less of it, right? Like, for example, for me, I incorporated in my diet more culture that way. For example, if I'm preparing something that my dad used to prepare and I make it a little less caloric dense, that brings out my comfort. So therefore now I'm losing weight, I'm in a caloric deficit, and I am actually eating something that my dad used to make, or my mom used to make, or with my Peruvian cultures coming up, right? And I'm honoring that. So I think that's where you need to investigate, and you need to find out how weight loss can be catered to you. This is the reason why I think that I want to explore that aspect of you need to actually sit down and figure these out things for yourself. I know it's hard. I'm not minimizing it. I'm just saying that it does need to be a lot of you in it, in terms of how you want to move, because some people like the morning. I like the morning workout. Other people like to do the afternoons and in a gym. Well, sure, you can do that. I do the gym because my boys and I go and enjoy the gym, and that's just me and the boys, and this also gives me a time to spend more time with them. Some people just want to do 5 minutes during the day. There's nothing wrong with that. There's really truly nothing wrong. You're moving your body. You're doing 30 minutes. Doesn't look the same as other people, but if you're doing 3 times a day 10 minutes where you're actively either dancing, jumping, or moving your body, that is a success. So that's where the piece that I feel that really needs to be incorporated in terms of why do you want to buy these items, and how are they going to help? Because inherently there's not enough evidence. We've talked before about the FDA in my other I think it was in September where I talked about supplementation and in the FDA or in Canada stance on supplements. They're not regulated. It is, unfortunately for me to say, is my opinion. Yes, they're not a very good use of your money, especially in this climate. I think that it would be much more reasonable to buy groceries that will help you in your weight loss, right? What is it that would make you happy? For me is, I go to the Latin market, I get my little sauces. They're not very high in calories. They make me happy. I buy pop, the zero, or, yes, I do have some aspartame, but because sometimes, the sugar kick is something that I need to have, and that helps me, and it keeps me during the week. It keeps me within my caloric limit. I buy popcorn. That's another thing. I salt my salads. When I am starving, I have salads, and the salad is dense with chicken, nuts, and grains and things like that. That way it's just filling, and it's a lot, and I feel full, and which is what we all want during the week. So the moral of the story, I wouldn't buy them, but I'll leave it up to you. Have a good one.